Hi, so you'd like to get out there and do some sketching outdoors or just on the go? In order to do that, you need to get organized. So I'd like to show you some of the equipment that makes it easy to do. So you want to do some outdoor sketching. Well, I can tell you, in order to be successful at outdoor sketching, you have to be a bit like a Girl Guide. You must be prepared. Hat, you never know what the weather's going to be like, and the sun can be brutal. A good carrying pack. Now I'd like to keep my materials to a minimum because I don't want to feel like a pack horse by the end of the day. This nice little backpack is one that I just picked up. It's nice and light. I improvise by putting a little strap on it here so that I can hold my table, not my table, but my chair. And this is a good little chair to have. Now I'm talking about outdoor sketching if you want to go for a hike and you want to stop and sketch. Of course, if you have the luxury of just driving up and parking at a spot, you're going to take a lot more equipment. But if you want to get out there and enjoy it, a hike or a walk, and then stop and take a picture, these are the kind of things you need to think about. So I have this, I have my pack. One of the things that I like to bring is a towel. And a towel is very versatile. You can use it to cover you if it's shady. It can be a pillow on a rock. It could be a lot of things. One of the things too, if you're on the beach, sand fleas, you can put this down and then you don't have to worry, and put under your feet, and then you don't have to worry about getting bitten by sand fleas. Let me tell you, that only has to happen once and then you'll remember. Max likes the towel too because of course he'll sit on it. I have my feet on it. And anyway, it's good to have. And if it rains, it's something to dry off with too. A drink, you're going to need a drink and you're going to need water. I do watercolor, so of course I need a bit of water. And a snack or lunch, you're going to definitely want something like that because you're probably going to be a couple of hours. And and one thing I should mention too is a vest like this is really handy because it's got pockets. I can put my phone in here, I can put little things in here, and it doesn't add extra weight. That was the thing I liked about it. I could just put it over whatever coat or jacket I had on. Now the final thing you're probably wondering is if I'm going to do outdoor sketching, where's my material? This in fact is all the material that I need, and this has everything in it. And now I'm going to show you this kit, and also too, if you want to see what's in this little kit in greater detail, you can look at my blog, and I'll put that down below so that you can see what the connection is. So I'll show you what's in this kit, and it will make you a great, what I call it, an awesome outdoor sketching kit. So here's the kind of thing I mean for a sketchbook and art bag. Now what you want is something very compact, and if you notice the size of this, it is small. It's one of the stackables that I got at Eddie Bauer, and it's the mid-sized one. I like it because I can put lots in it and it holds its shape. I can see what's in here, and it keeps my pencils and things and pens without getting wrecked. So I have some paper towels in here because I do watercolor, so I definitely need to have some paper. Here's my paints. And I like to have this nice little foldable metal case with my own colors in here rather than buying a preset case. This is really handy. I keep one of them empty because this is my little water jug if I don't happen to have a place to put water. And I can just squeeze them out from my paintbrush, and there's some water if I need it. As well, in this little case here, I do have a little water container. Just one of those little things from David's Tea. They're excellent for having a small water thing. I keep some pencils, and I keep a few so that I can do some shading. I've got a 3, a 2, and a 5, which gives me a nice range of light and dark values if I want to just do a pencil sketch. Of course I have a pencil sharpener, and I keep it in a little bag like this as well because you don't want to leave all these shavings. You don't know where you are. I mean, sure, it's okay if you're out in the bush, but sometimes I'm in other places, airports, things like that, hotels, so I need to have a place to keep my shavings nice. I also have a selection of pens, and these are the two kinds of pens that I do like to use. The Micron and the Stedler are both good pens, and I generally take take a 3 and a 5. And I usually take more than one, just because I was on an airplane once and one of my pens exploded on me, and then there I was short a pen. So I like to have an extra pen just in case. I also have some water-filled brushes, and these are great. The good ones, you can put water in them and they do not leak. I think there's no water in these right now, but they do work good. Usually I only put water in one, and then the other one I work with it dry, and that way you have a better variety for dry brushing and things like that. A few of the extras that you can put in there is I keep a ruler. Sometimes I'm wanting to make things an exact size, so therefore I want to do some measuring. Certainly I carry erasers. So I have a soft putty eraser for that lightening the marks, and then I also have a hard vinyl eraser when you really have to scrub something. There's a few other little things in here that you can keep. Oh yeah, some folding scissors if I want to do some journaling or putting some other things in my book. Sometimes as well I keep some little tabs for sticking things in. I also keep a few mementos on some of my trips, and so, you know, just some little things. Like this is from when I was in Italy. I have something here from Scotland. Often I'll keep a little picture in here too, so that if I am really stuck for something to draw, I could just draw my picture. So as you can see, great little kit, holds everything that was in here. My sketchbook, I do tend to keep it small when I'm doing really traveling kind of thing. A bigger sketchbook is more of a luxury if you don't have to carry it far. So this size here is about a 5 by 8, and I find it a nice size. Believe it or not, I did that sketch there when I was headed to the Northwest Territories, and I did it when I was on the plane. So when I'm sketching, I also like to glue things in. And so that's why I use the tabs. I keep the scissors so that if I'm traveling I can put little mementos in there, as well as do some writing and do some drawing. Now if you want something a little bit bigger, another addition without adding too much weight is to bring in a board. And this board, as you can see, has got some magnets attached to it, which really makes it handy, because now I can put my paint set on here. I can put this nice little container here, which by the way has a little bit of magnet on it. It's one of those spice containers. So now I have something that will hold my paints and my water still. I have some clamps here which I can use to hold my sketchbook in place. It's great for this, even up to this size here, which is a little bit bigger than what I normally use. What size is it? 7 by 10, and boy, you get a nice space to work with when you use this. And so I have the board as well. If I'm taking this bigger sketchbook setup, I do again have a little container to put it in for the clamps and everything. And it's handy to have these kind of things to put everything in, so that when you get there, you have that half hour to sketch, you can just pull it out and it's all there. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I will look forward to seeing you out sketching maybe one of these days. I have classes every summer, and I really enjoy going out with people.